What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we are back with another video. Get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things, okay? Now, the week is the week that keeps on giving. His, Bigfoot, his. The girls are fighting. Now, Nicki Minaj is putting it on the floor, and Megan Thee Stallion is whacking with success. Megan Thee Stallion whacks Nicki Minaj again, okay? This time, she whacks her on StationHead and threatens to call Rock Nation jokingly, seemingly taunting, Nicki Minaj's disdain for Rock Nation and Desiree Perez. Also, Megan Thee Stallion has announced that she has signed a distribution deal with Warner Music, okay? But still remaining independent. Let's get into her Instagram post where she talked about being independent. She says, "Thank you, God. Hotties, today history was made. Today I signed a distribution deal with my new family, Warner Music, where I maintain my independence as an artist and own my masters and publishing." Now, if you know what this gives, remember Nicki Minaj was taunting her on Bigfoot and saying, I'll call Carl and buy your masters. So she put that in capital letters. This is the first deal of its kind, letting us know that no one has this type of deal. No female, no man, okay? I hope artists still on the come up, or even artists who are already established, never get discouraged by all the obstacles that come with this industry. Even with the odds against me, I fought for myself. The hotties fought for me, and Rock Nation fought for me. I'm forever grateful. Let's really keep running it up, hotties. Shout out to Mama Holly. I know she's guiding me through this, okay? Now, she mentions her mother, lying on your dead mama, lying on your dead mama. So she mentioned her mother in this, and I wasn't really sure, what this meant, because I'm like, okay, so does this mean Megan Thee Stallion has signed a deal or what? So from what I gathered, Megan Thee Stallion signed a distribution deal basically says, okay, she doesn't sign a full record deal, which means she's independent, meaning you don't get the full financial backing of a signed artist. They distribute your music through their list of contacts like Spotify, Apple, these big music publishers, and they get your music heard and out there via their great connections. However, you pay for everything. You let them know, hey, I have a video. Hey, I have this album coming out. Hey, I have this song I want to release. Hey, can you distribute this for me? And, they get paid a certain amount based upon, how much they distribute it. So to me, she's still having to pay for things out of her pocket versus whether, if you sign a record contract, the record label gives you an advance and they give you money and they pretty much own you, right? They own all of your stuff until you can buy that stuff back. However, when you're independent, everything comes out of your pocket, and then, you pay them to distribute your music. So, it's a win-win, especially if you're an artist like Megan Thee Stallion who's making the money, who has the money to fund your career. See, a lot of artists get distribution deals, but at some point, it doesn't really do anything because you don't really have any money to really put out quality work. So you really need the record company because you need them to give you the budget, So Megan Thee Stallion is saying, hey, I got the money, I got the budget. I need you to put it in the eyes and ears and the faces of the public. And so that is, to me, how this deal is going to work. So that is indeed a whack to Nicki Minaj. The reason why I believe that is a whack to Nicki Minaj is the fact that, Nicki Minaj is very big on, I believe that is a whack to Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj is very big on owning your masters and publishing and things like that. And Nicki Minaj has never really owned it. I feel like Wayne sold half of her catalog, So I do think that that really is like, yeah, girl, I'm doing something that you wish you could do. Now, I was talking to some of my friends because I'm like, it feels like everybody is celebrating, Megan Thee Stallion getting these accomplishments. And I was telling my homeboy, I was like, this is starting to feel like Remy Ma in 2017 winning for best new hip hop artist, best new female hip hop artist. It's just like, finally somebody beat Nicki Minaj. Finally somebody's getting to her, or like Cardi B getting Bodak Yellow. Finally somebody got a #1 record. Finally we're tired of Nicki winning. But they explained to me that perhaps it's not the fact that Megan Thee Stallion could actually infiltrate anything that Nicki Minaj does, or career-wise, because I personally don't feel like it doesn't matter what Megan Thee Stallion gets, what accomplishments she amasses, she will never be able to undo or rewrite the things that Nicki Minaj has done. However, they put it to me like this. They said, well, hey, it's big because you got to think Megan Thee Stallion is the closest thing to, what Nicki Minaj is artistically in female rap, as far as versatility, mainstream appeal, sex appeal, rap ability, youthfulness, vibrancy. Megan Thee Stallion is that girl. And, while Nicki has amassed so much success and gotten, and done so much great work, she has not been able to reap the full benefits of the things that she has deserved, i.e., #1 records, as much as she should have way more #1. She hasn't gotten them. Grammy Awards, being a part of Rock Nation. Shout out to Azalea Banks. I mean, I kind of feel Azalea Banks on what she said, because it made sense when Azalea Banks was like, seems like Nicki Minaj's issue is more with the machine, more with Jay-Z than it is with, some of these girls, and Azalea Banks talked about how, Nicki Minaj wanted to be a Rock Nation girl. And while I think Azalea Banks kind of went off on the deep end with some stuff I think the girl really made sense. And if you think about the Holy Trinity, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Beyonce, the only girl that's not over there is Nicki Minaj. And now they're ushering in Megan Thee Stallion. So, I mean, I think that there's some truth to that. So, and on top of the fact that Jay-Z's relationship with Meek Mill, it's just a lot of different things. So I was like, oh, okay, boom. So I say that to say Megan Thee Stallion not only is trying to, not emulate, but she's kind of taking the path of Nicki Minaj. She's also being rewarded in the way that Nicki was supposed to be rewarded. So all the things that Nicki would have wanted is, her own publishing, Grammy Awards, #1 records with Beyonce, whatever, Rock Nation management, all of these different things. Megan Thee Stallion is now getting those things. So I could see that being a whack. Like, yeah, girl, let me show you how it was supposed to happen for you. It's going to happen for me that way. Doesn't take away from what Nicki has done and has accomplished. But I could see where someone would say, hey, this is what it was supposed to give for you, but girl, they're going to give it to me. And you can't say she's not a rapper. You can't say, she's not talented, because Megan Thee Stallion is a hell of a performer and a hell of a rapper. You know what I mean? This is no this is no that. This is rapper versus rapper. This is rapper and rapper. So we can't discuss sympathy and payola too far. Well, we can do sympathy, but this is rapper and rapper. Okay? Now, on the other hand, while Megan Thee Stallion has this great publishing deal, someone else brought it up to my attention. Well, can she make hits? Because all of her other music is through 1501. So she needs to make some records with this new publishing. This independent Meg, this music, is it going to be good enough? Will anybody care? Well, we're hearing that the Megan Thee Stallion hits is on its way to possibly debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, which would be a whack to Nicki, but really, is it a whack? And this is where we were talking about earlier in the day on my social medias, on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys follow me there, because usually I tweet and I post on Instagram, and you guys know what we're going to end up talking about today. So I feel like a lot of people feel like, oh my God, Megan Thee Stallion, she's going to get a #1 record, and we're going to whack Nicki because Nicki went and posted Bigfoot. Bigfoot. And it's going to be she got a #1 record. And, listen, in all fairness, I think if I was Megan Thee Stallion or Megan Thee Stallion fans, I would say the same thing. It definitely would be an aha moment. It'd be a na moment. So I can't sit here and say that wouldn't be fair. But I don't think that is the whack to Nicki Minaj that people would think it is. Because at the end of the day, it just goes to show that, in my mind, the only reason why the record is doing so well is out of sympathy and out of spite. Sympathy streams and spiteful streams for Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj opening the floodgates, dragging Megan Thee Stallion the way that she did, made people want to support the record even more. Made other fan bases like Cardi B, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, whatever, and Lil' Kim, fans alike, band together and stream this record. Whereas at any other point, where in what world would you have known Megan Thee Stallion, and it's no shade, to get a top 10, top 20 on her own, let alone debuting at a #1? Just wouldn't. Megan Thee Stallion's highest records have always had somebody attached to it. Savage, Beyonce, WAP, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj beef. Megan Thee Stallion has never had a moment by herself without another major female attached to the record. It's no shade. But it is what it is. Nicki, you opened that door. You did that. So it's part of the game. You shouldn't have said anything, or you should have did it differently. It is what it is. Now, here's the thing. Who it's a bigger whack for is Cardi B. A lashing for Cardi B. Completely. You see this? One thing that this picture all has in common is that Nicki Minaj is always the center of the attention. All these other girls take their turn side by side, but eventually it all revolves around Nicki Minaj. It all comes back to Nicki. No matter which way you spin it, it comes back here, center. Why is that? Well, because Nicki is the bad guy. And here's one thing that you have to learn about the bad guy. Here's a perk of being the bad guy. The perk of being the bad guy, and I want you guys to watch this, and I want you to clip this up, because I need you guys to get this. Because I see a lot of people out here talking about, Armon, you're biased, and this, and that, and the third. So I'm going to let you know, this is not me kissing Nicki Minaj's ass. This is not me being a barb. This is just me being realistic. The perk of being the bad guy is your spot is always needed. It will always be necessary. The only thing in life that matters is the beginning and the end. Like night and day, light and dark, black and white, good and bad, good and bad, good and bad, good and bad. You see the difference? All the good guys have to take turns. They have to rotate. They have to share. They have to be friends with one another, because that's what good people do. When you're the bad guy, it's you and this is my spot and I ain't moving. Guess what? And there's a good guy that needs to battle you every time. Nicki Minaj is not going anywhere. Know that. It's always Nicki Minaj versus Megan Thee Stallion, Remy Ma, Cardi B, Lil' Kim. But where are they? Where are they? Taking turns, rotating in and out of position, being the good guy, playing friends, acting as if they all like each other. I know I'm talking to somebody out there. Where are they? It started here. Little Kim. Love Little Kim. Started there. Boom. Nicki Minaj. Little Kim. Little Kim, whoa, 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 you know. Arguably, I do think Nicki should make things right with Little Kim, because you cannot deny the impact and the influence that that Little Kim has put into female rap. So I don't think that it's fair that Nicki Minaj at times seems as though that she tries to erase the fact that Little Kim was here. You just can't do it. So there was a Little Kim. Then for a while, Nicki Minaj was running it. Damn near 10 years. And then boom, we get Remy Ma. Remy Ma comes through with the Sheether and wins and breaks Nicki Minaj's record for best female hip hop artist. Everybody is celebrating because Remy Ma felt slighted because Remy Ma went to jail. She felt like she missed her moment. Her and Nicki beef, and they were like, Remy is back. Remy Ma came for Nicki. They battled it out. Remy Ma's career has never been the same since. Instead, Remy Ma opens the door for Cardi B. Cardi B slides through with the #1 record in 2017, Bodak Yellow. Breaks all kind of records with that record. Then drops a platinum diamond something crazy album. #1 album. Breaks all kind of records. Cardi B is still riding off of that album to this day. We are 7, almost 8 years in. Cardi B has not dropped another album because she is in fear that she will not be able to recreate that moment, because everyone knows that you're only as good as your last project. Cardi B has been riding the coattails of invasion of privacy for almost a decade. That is how impactful that album has been, to the point where Megan Thee Stallion, well, first of all, before we get there, so then Cardi B became, whether you want to, speak the truth or not, she was Hispanic, black, white, whatever, during a time where Latin hip hop, Hispanic looking people, that was the move for hip hop. Everyone loved it. She was young, she was pretty, she's a Boricua, she's Hispanic, she's Latino, whatever, she's black, whatever you want to say, Afro-Latino, whatever. She's beating Nicki Minaj in the numbers. Then she came through likable. Nicki Minaj calls her an industry plant. Everybody wants to work with her. She's funny, she's quirky, she's everything that everyone hated about Nicki Minaj. She's everything, she's everything that people wanted Nicki Minaj to be, but Nicki Minaj was not. She was likable, funny, quirky, great personality. She had the Cinderella story. Came from the bottom, but she wasn't respected as a rapper as much because people felt like she really couldn't rap and, she didn't really want to do this. However, that one album and her personality, coupled with social media, catapulted Cardi B into a place to where she will be here forever. Even if not a rapper, for sure an influencer, socialite, public figure, rich entrepreneur, businesswoman. She will be that. I see Cardi B as an entrepreneur, businesswoman in the next 10 years. I do not see her having a rap career as long as Nicki Minaj. Cardi B probably will not be rapping in the next 5 years. But I will say this, head to head, back to back. Everybody wanted Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. We're rooting for Cardi B. We're rooting for Cardi B. Then boom, Megan Thee Stallion hits the scene in 2019. Cardi B is still running it. She's still on top. She's still on top. She's still on top. She's the queen of rap. We're all saying it. I'm saying it. You're saying it. We're saying it. Nicki Minaj is fumbling. Nicki Minaj is fumbling. Quit music. She quit. Cardi B had Nicki Minaj gagging, spooked and nervous, quitting music. She said to hell with it. They don't want me anymore. I'm out of here. I went on hiatus for years. She left for years. But then she came, and more girls came, and people started to realize this is boring. This is boring. And then Cardi B, what happened, the title of the queen, she ushered in so many different female rappers. Some would argue that she lowered the bar and lowered the standards. So then you have these girls in the City Girls, Sexy Red, Ice Spice, this, that, any Chinese kitty, Dream Doll, anybody with a BBL and titties is a rapper. But she opened up female rap. The problem is with Cardi B was not consistent enough with the music. It was a single a year. And at this rate, an album every 10. But what happened there, she was running for a good time, still on top. But here we are in 2024, Megan Thee Stallion. Mind you, Megan Thee Stallion comes through in 2020. 2019, 2020, she's doing her thing. She's a rapper's rapper. She can't quite catch a hit. She gets hits when she links up with the girls. She can't quite catch the momentum. We're teaming up though. Everybody likes each other until you surpass them. You remember, Remy Ma was pulling Cardi B up on Summer Jam. Didn't that stop? But remember, Lil' Kim and Remy Ma, they was cool. Didn't that stop? Then Lil' Kim and Cardi B, they was cool. Didn't that stop? Then Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, first Megan Thee Stallion was shading Cardi B. Let's get into Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion shading Cardi B. We gonna write some shit, getting online with Nicki Minaj. She was in the comments talking about how trash Cardi B was. I seen it for myself. I seen the message. I seen the Megan Thee Stallion laughing and commenting about how Cardi B was trash. Megan Thee Stallion said in her his record, I'm a big dog, you can't little sis me. Basically saying, I want to be amongst the queens. So I'm not going to be Cardi B, BFF. I want Cardi B spot. Cardi B thinking we're friends, because the thing is, Cardi B, she was able to make better songs than Megan Thee Stallion. But Cardi B's artistry is not as consistent and she's not as hungry as Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion kept pursuing. And what we're watching here now, guys, is the gap closing on Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. And Megan Thee Stallion now surpassing Cardi B to now being the forefront versus to Nicki Minaj. And the leading new girl of female rap. At this point, what we're watching is Megan Thee Stallion, yes, whack Nicki Minaj. Or get ready to get in the ring with Nicki, but where we're also watching Megan Thee Stallion become a megastar and assume the position to tie and take the crown, because Cardi B is out, at least for now. We'll see what she does, but all of these, y'all think this is a whack for Megan Thee Stallion, for Nicki Minaj. You gotta whack her a lot to knock her off. This is definitely a whack for her. Think that it's not. I know the girls over there gagging. They probably didn't see Megan coming like this. Not for 2024. That wasn't in their docket, I'm sure. If she debuts at a number one, she should be nervous. Not her. She's done no world tour. She's had one album. She's got one Grammy, she's got 3. All she needs is an album and a couple number ones, and boom. Throw on a tour, you've broken her record. So what I'm saying is, Nicki Minaj is world tours in, 3 number one albums in. She's here, and she's the bad guy. See, it'd be different if somebody else wanted to play the role of the bad guy. All these girls are wanting to be the good guy. We don't need all these good guys. All you need is the beginning and the end. Everything else in the middle is just that. Give me one and give me two. 1 and 1. We're 1 and 1, beginning and end. Black and white, yin and yang. I don't need the rest of the fluff. Who's going to be the good guy? Because we got the bad guy. Send your best fighter. That's what it's giving me. Oh, you guys ain't going to like this. You're not going to like this. But you guys did this. All of their fans pushed Megan Thee Stallion here. And I'm here for it. And I hope she gets that number one, because Megan Thee Stallion deserves the primary position to go battle for the crown. Because Cardi B don't really want to get in the ring. Megan Thee Stallion, I'm seeing that she'll get in the ring and she'll write, she'll perform. Let's go! If you don't want it, pass it up and let's go! Whack her! Tired of playing with you. Let's go, Megan Thee Stallion. Get her up out of here and get her. That's what we're on today. Let's get somebody in the ring that's ready to go. Nobody's playing these games. Megan Thee Stallion said, girl, I'll do these records with you. I'll keep getting it. Yep, I'll keep being your dark-skinned little sister. I'll keep being your cousin. Girl, just wait, bitch. I'm coming for your spot. Then I'm going to come for hers. And you bitches is asleep. You don't see this woman, her best friend's man. You don't think she was aiming for her spot? This is going to get good. And I'm here for it. And I know you bitches is out there mad. And I don't care. Because these are the facts. But I got time for that. Anyway, we will see what happens if the record goes number one. All right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Until next time, like, share, subscribe. Keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.